back. Welcome guys to another vlog. Thank you for joining me one more time on this 30-day challenge. We're doing okay, but the problem is with doing this 30 days like just back to back is you start running out of ideas, which I'm starting to get to that point. It's a little hard to make things different for you guys, and but the reason I started doing this like this was because I wanted to challenge myself to try to stick to something, and two, there's a vlogger that I follow. It's called Luciano TV. Shout out to Luciano TV. And they did it with their family, and it kind of inspired me to. They inspired me to try this out and to try to do 30 days back to back. But they started at the beginning of a month and ended it at the end of the month, and I didn't do it that way. But it's still going to be 30 days. So right now, this is going to be number 10. Ooh, say it, don't spray it. What happened there? Yeah, but this is going to be number 10. And so we're just taking out. We started off a little late. Well, way late. It's 6 p.m. right now. So yeah, we're going to be doing nothing but night driving. I'll try to get what I can for you guys. If I see something interesting, I'll definitely get it for you guys. Right now I was taking my 30-minute break. I stopped at this gas station. It's called it's like a truck stop gas station. It's kind of like a spin-off. I don't know who came first, because actually Stuckey's is Stuckey's and Buc-ee's, right? Stuckey's has been, I've seen them up north for a while, so I don't know if it's maybe they just sound alike. Stuckey's and Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's, if I'm not mistaken, is a Texas company. And Stuckey's, I don't know where they're from. I haven't looked them up. But anyways, I stopped at a Stuckey's, which is has some similarities to Buc-ee's, for sure. But that's where I'm at right now. It's just they took forever to load me. So I was only able to get outside of Houston for a little bit. And so I stopped and took my 30-minute break a little early. But from here on, it's just going to be straight driving. So let's get it, guys. Let's get it. We'll see you guys a little bit later. Y'all dizzy yet on that U-turn? This truck stop here is kind of, the way to get out is kind of weird. Get out the way, birdies, get out the way. Believe it or not, guys, birds, like my cousin, he hit a bird one time in his truck, and it immediately his air condition quit working. So the dang bird went through his AC and put a hole in it, made his AC stop working. But that's crazy. Like, how the heck are you a bird and you gonna get your butt hit by something on land? Like, what the heck? If I was a bird, well, I'd be a big ass bird if I was a bird, though. I probably wouldn't be flying. But anyways, if I was a bird, I would be out. I'd definitely stay away from cars for sure. Man, like that's like a dream to be able to fly, and then I can fly, but then I'm gonna get hit by a car. That make no damn sense. But it happens. Had another friend. Well, they're birds too, but they're turkeys, so that's a little different. They stay on land. But I had another friend. He was going through some back roads, and some dang turkeys jumped up and blew out both of his front windshields on his semi. Yeah. The weirdest things happen. I don't know, what's the craziest thing I've ever run over? A bobcat, I think. I don't know if that's crazy, but I mean a bobcat. I ran over a bobcat before. When I was in the oil business, guys, I ran over a whole bunch of wild pigs all the time. And of course your rabbits and your possums and your armadillos. Like a buffet of freaking wild animals. But a bobcat, I think, is only one time. That was pretty crazy, because they say that they're kind of rare to be seen, and then I ran it over. Matter of fact, I was talking to, because I was training that day, and I was talking to the guy that I was training. He was a big hunting guy. Like, I don't hunt, so I don't know none about that stuff, but he's a big hunting guy. Shout out to Greg Minshew. And he was talking about bobcats and stuff, and next thing you know, a freaking bobcat runs out in the middle of the road and I run it over. Like, what are the chances of that happening? I don't know, but I found it. I was up in Utah. I was close to hitting a what was that? It was like I think they have moose in Utah. I don't know, guys, do they have moose in Utah? But it was a big ass deer. Could have been an elk. I think it was an elk. And that sucker, he came running out of the brush and just happened to stop right at my door, like as he was running. And of course I was going down the road, and that sucker, he looked inside my door. I'll tell you that much. That's how tall this dude was. I was like, dang. I had never seen nothing like that before. That was a long time ago when I first started driving trucks. But what else have I think that's about it. Oh, I hit a duck one time. I do remember that up in Idaho. Up in Idaho. Matter of fact, I think I was training somebody, or my wife was with me, one of the two, and I was going down the road, and next thing I see a white duck come out of the weeds, and I caught the poor duck, and I hit him with my stack on my muffler on my truck, and you just heard a ding. It's like ding, and the sucker just, and then he hit because I was hauling dry van, or a van trailer at that time, and I heard it just hit the van and drop, and then I run it over. Yeah, that guy wasn't gonna survive that one. But yeah, those are I think that's it. I mean, it's been a bunch of all of that, except for the bobcat. But yeah, it's especially if you're driving at night. Like I'm a big night driver, and thank God I've yet to hit well, I ain't even gonna lie, I did hit a deer one time, and that sucker, twice actually. One time I hit the deer, it went underneath the truck, and it ripped off my radiator hose, so that deer put me out of service. I had to get somebody to go fix it. And the second time I caught it with my landing gear on the trailer. Oh man, that was a mess. that dude just exploded. And there was guts all over the place. That was nasty. And I had to like immediately after that happened, I had to stop and I had to load at a well. And then that was the side that all my controls and stuff were at. So y'all can imagine there was guts everywhere on the side of my truck. Yeah, that was nasty. So yeah, guys, let's just keep on going. Hopefully it's smooth going through Beaumont, Lake Charles. But for now, let's try to make it out of Texas. See y'all a little later. Well, guys, we finally made it to a truck stop here in Mississippi. We are a little bit north of Macomb, Mississippi. I've never stopped here before. Actually, it's a pretty big truck stop here. I mean, the truck stop, the building itself is kind of small, but the parking is huge. And the unfortunate thing is that it's a dirt lot, which is we're gonna wake up tomorrow morning with the truck is, instead of being brown, it's gonna be white. But I'd rather a dirty truck than being out on the road and have an accident because I'm too tired. But I am tired. These first days, guys, the first day that I leave, I think I've talked about it maybe before once or something. But this first, the day you leave from the house, for some reason it just drags. I guess because you're leaving home, and it just drags and it just seems to take forever to load for some reason. I don't know why. But anyways, today, like I got up today at what was it, 8 o'clock in the morning, and got to my truck at 10, drove to Houston, got my trailer, went to get loaded. So it was like 4 o'clock by the time I even, a little past 4:30 or so, by the time I even left the shipper. So all that time, you know, you've been awake. But I mean, if you feel to the point where you can't make it, you know, just might as well just stop. There's no reason to keep going. But I was still good. I was still feeling good, wide awake. So I decided to make it all the way here. I still had about 30 minutes left on my time, but I was like, nah, I'm just not gonna risk it anymore. I'm not gonna go any further. I'm just gonna end it here, you know, and take my break here. So yeah, guys, thank you for joining me again today. I know this vlog is not very eventful, not much is going on here, but nonetheless, this is day 10, if I'm not mistaken. 9 or 10. So we're doing good, we're moving right along. I think it's I don't know if it's day 10 or not. 9 or 10, one of the two. But anyways, thank you for joining me. Guys, please help each other. Please help one another. Anybody contemplating suicide, get them help. Get them to the proper people, because there's a lot of us out here that love them and really care about them and want them to be here with us to tell stories and everything. So just help them get the proper help. But with that being said, guys, I'll see you tomorrow.